Sands is a proud sponsor of the Long Island Tea Podcast.
With incomparable luxury, Sands leaves nothing to the imagination. To learn more, visit sandsnewyork.com.
We are the Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea.
It's true. We're from Long Island, so we say, how you doing? How you doing?
I don't.
We're in the middle of the vines.
Yes.
Because it's Memorial Weekend. So
It's
there's
kickoff. We're here. It's summertime. Long Island wine of the week.
I'm thankful for our hot teas.
Yes. That's like such a Long Island thing.
We're just talking about real life.
Right.
That's what we do. Welcome back to Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm back from the red hot heat of Arizona. And yeah, it was a lot. Where I took Kenzie back to college, and I was like, this is going to be so much easier this time. It's going to be, she's fine and all settled, so I'm good. It's going to be great. And I was like, no. So,
False alarm.
Yeah. So before we move any further, I'll just ask you, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Slowly recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, we flew in to Arizona. It was pretty much 113 the whole weekend. We were there. And
113 degrees.
That's correct.
Good Lord.
At one point my car said 116. I'm like, that can't be right. But I do forget that it is, we got a house with a pool because we had so much stuff to move into the dorms and stuff. And I didn't want to be schlepping that back and forth in a hotel room. So we had a nice house with a pool. And I do forget, even at night, it's nice. We sat outside.
Oh, nice.
You're in the pool. I was actually chilly one night because we were swimming. And I was like, I do forget it's in that dry heat. It's true.
Yeah.
It was really hot during the day when we were trying to move in. But it was nice. And got Kenzie all moved into her sorority dorm.
Well, you were also smart about it. I mean, you were up early.
Yes. I was just talking to Chris about it because Sky's going next week to ASU. He was like, how was it? I said, it was hot, but luckily we went early, not only in the morning, but we got there. She has to be there early to recruit. So it wasn't move-in day for everyone.
Okay.
So we were one of the first ones to get our key.
Good. That's so
and
nice.
we literally landed from New York, 9:30 a.m., and we just went straight there. Let's go get the key. Let's get everything going. Smart. Wanted to have access back and forth so we could get up early. And there we had the little bins. And there was no line for them because nobody else was there.
Right.
And her room was huge. She has one roommate, and so her roommate was driving from Texas.
Oh, my goodness. Does she know her?
Yes.
Okay.
She knew her. So they got to choose each other, which is good. But I felt for her because the last day I was there moving in, Kenzie was done. She was all moved in. Her bed was perfect in the way she wanted it. All we needed to bring the fridge, the little mini fridge. And that was our last step. And so we were trying to let her roommate's parents have their time in the room because we'd already had it.
Nice, yeah.
They had been driving for 2 days from Dallas because they were driving her roommate's car. They had just literally a half a day. And it was the heat of the day.
Yeah.
It was noon. And by then it was Sunday. So everybody else was moving in. So it was mayhem.
Yeah.
Alarms are going off everywhere. They didn't know what was going on. I was like, Kenzie was like, they seemed like they were in pretty good spirits for that level of heat and stress. And I'm like, the dad was silent. I don't know if you noticed.
Good spirits or not.
The dad did not say a single word the entire time. He was shell shocked, I think. But anyway, so we spaced it out and we were up early in the morning. And so it was nice. But then the last night, she had to get up early and I had to get up early to catch my flight and she had stuff to do. So I dropped her off and I went back to the Airbnb by myself and I sat there lonely. It was terrible.
Did you at least FaceTime?
Nope. Ripped the Band-Aid.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's funny because my little sister and my niece were there with us. They came over and had dinner and everything up until I went to take Kenzie back. And she was it was a Saturday night. So they were it was supposed to be a slumber party.
Yeah.
But my niece was not having it. She was like, I want to go home. Kids. And I was actually, I had to finish packing and I was glad. I told my little sister, I was like, I was not fun company.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was like, that's why we were going to stay though. We were going to be there with you. And I'm like, you know what? I wasn't in a good space.
Yeah.
The next day, going to the airport, I'm bawling. Can't just, can't stop the tear.
Yeah.
And it was so embarrassing because I'm going to clear And the clear thing, when you do the clear through security, that looks at your eyes, there's like a dot and you're supposed to, it recognizes your eyes. It scans your eyeballs. No, couldn't recognize my eyeballs because they were red and swollen. And it was so, the girl was like, oh my gosh, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I just dropped my daughter on my college. And I was like, I'm like such a baby. And she's like, you're so sweet. She's like, don't be sorry. It's fine. It's an emotional thing. She was like,
she was like your
30-second therapist.
I love it.
But it's fine. I didn't cry for 2 weeks like last time. Only cried for a couple days.
Yeah.
So I'm fine.
Yeah, good.
It's good. And she's fine. She's having a good time.
All right.
But she's busy, which is great, and she knows her friends. And so, I mean, this is a fun. But the problem is, I was telling Chris, we get back, I get back, and I had one night with Tegan, and Tegan is going to Montauk. She's in Montauk right now with her friends.
Living her best Long Island life.
Best Long Island life. She's like, I'm taking the paddleboard. Like, okay, bye. I guess I've never even been to Montauk and paddleboarded, but
That's awesome.
so she's gone. Penelope leaves in a couple weeks, so she's already pretty much out. She's gone. She's constantly with her friends, and we never see her. She
Yeah.
she
She's
breezes in and
catching
out
up.
every
Yeah.
now. And Finnegan's working 10-hour days, and so literally it's been empty nest.
Yeah.
And Sharon, it's weird. And then you guys you're in the thick of it
Yes,
with your kids,
yes.
so you can't picture
Imagine it.
And
No,
I
I can't.
honestly 2 weeks ago I couldn't imagine it.
I know.
And then to have all of a sudden, like no kids.
So quiet.
And nothing. And I'm like, I don't like it.
You guys should get another dog.
Stop it right now. We were just saying that. Chris and I were just saying that. That's what Kenzie's like, you should get another dog. I'm like, you need to, I could maybe go somewhere this week when everybody's gone, but I
Right.
can't because I have dogs.
You're right.
Anyway, it's just weird. It's like now that I have time to go to bar and now that I have time to do these things, it's like not as cool.
No.
It's not as, I'm like, I have more time than I know what to do with.
Well, that's good.
Right?
That's a good
It's
thing.
a luxury. I don't know. I don't like it.
You're right. I can't imagine it though. Like
You can't imagine it, but then I don't know that it's
chaos
all.
and
I don't
mayhem.
know that it's all that it's cracked up to be. I was so looking forward to this time in my life where I had my life back, and now I'm like, I'm bored. So Thomas and I were like, "What do you want to talk about now?"
Yeah. You guys should pick up a card game. Like
Oh my God, Sharon.
Dan and I play cribbage when we put the kids to go to bed. Like it's a good, quick
Okay,
half-hour
I guess
game.
we're at that age group now. We're gonna play bridge.
Exactly.
Awesome, something to look forward to. That way, when we move into the assisted living, we'll know what to do with the friends.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just crazy. But, I was thinking about it because did you hear the news that the postpartum, there's now a drug to help fight postpartum disease?
I saw that. Yeah.
And the trials took place here on Long Island, Massapequa, I think, Northwell Health. So it's great. Yeah. What'd you say? Manhasset. Thank you. Manhasset. Which is awesome. But I was actually thinking, I'm just making a prediction here. I'm not a doctor. Okay. My medical prediction is someday they'll realize that dropping your kids off at college or becoming an empty nester is very similar to that because you're also going through, and you're this age, a lot of hormone changes.
Right.
And it's like this traumatic thing that you're realizing that your life has changed forever. Like you are when you bring a baby and you're like, oh my God, this is forever.
Right. This is never going away.
Yes. And it's kind of that way. I think, they're going to come up with it's not postpartum. They're going to come up with some kind of name for what Chris says vodka. Yeah. Well, vodka health. Yeah. They're going to come up with some kind of name for this stage in
you're
parental
100%
life.
right. I think that you're going through an emotional, it's traumatizing, dropping your daughter off and your son or whatever, and then waiting an entire, couple months to see them again. And it's just, I don't know.
And just like letting them go out into the world and they're going to like live their life and they're going to have total adult type of experiences. And the next thing you know, she's going to come back with some boyfriend and I'm going to, some bow hunk, right? I'm not going to Kenzie will make a good choice, but and the next thing you know, they're getting married or they're buying a house. It's crazy. Like this is the first step but they're like gone for, they're gone.
Right.
So anyway, it sucks.
Sad.
But it's good. How about you? What have you been up to? You're like so tan. I looked at her. I'm like, when I first saw you, I'm like, you look borderline tanorexic.
Anorexic. I love this time of year.
Yeah, this is your time.
This is where I shine.
Yeah, this is your season.
This is my season. And no, I literally been just sitting like outside at whenever I can and I'm going to the beach and doing things and living my best Long Island life.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I was saying the other night when I was like, Thomas and I were trying to decide what to do. We have all this time. What should we do?
You should have date night every night.
Right. Well, we can't afford that. But but we are going to go to Farm Italy, which is like the place
Cool.
everyone's talking about in Huntington.
Okay.
And they're a partner of ours. So I saw them on all of our TikTok stuff. So
That's awesome.
we made reservations. But I was just thinking about you because I was like, is it okay for me to say I'm ready for fall?
No.
And by fall, I mean winter.
Nope.
I am like totally ready.
I know.
wanna be
Everybody
snowed in.
keeps like,
I want to be snowed in.
it's like I saw this meme where it's like, it's mid-August. Next week, it's going to be Halloween. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah,
Like it's,
exactly.
I can't because Halloween decorations are already out everywhere. It's stupid.
Yeah, I'm ready for winter. Right now, I feel a lot of pressure to be like, we've got all this time. What should we be doing? We should be doing something. Where are we going to go? We're going to go here. We're going to go there. Are you going to go to the beach? Are you going to go here? I just want to like not have any pressure to go anywhere.
And then just stay on your couch in front of your fireplace.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I'm not
in my sweatshirt.
I love this time of year. I'm just thinking about like this weekend I got to go do this. This weekend I know the pressure you're talking about, but that's what makes it so much fun.
I know. We've still got a few weeks left of summer.
I'm holding on for dear life.
Speaking of summer and how people recognize it and things we do, I got stuff to make s'mores and I never did it. Right? I don't know why. They're just never had a fire pit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it in the oven.
Yeah. It's not the
It's
same
so
thing.
easy.
What?
Or even in the microwave.
I feel like that's blasphemous. Come on.
I know, but if you do it in the oven on a broil, it's kind of the same thing.
What?
It's a broil setting. Yes, it
Sharon,
is.
You are in
I've done it
solo world right now. No one believes that.
Yes.
But today, as we're filming this, it's National S'mores Day. So I was going to ask you, like, how do you say s'mores? How do you say it?
It's s'mores. Like, give me some more.
S'mores. You don't say s'mores.
No, there's no
one says that?
SH.
No one says that? You guys? You know? Okay, so listen. Fine. No one says s'mores. But you know what else no one else does? Broil it in the oven.
I'm
So
telling
we're
you,
both-
try it. Do me a favor and try it. We'll circle back next week.
It's just like you don't get the charcoal on the marshmallows, the whole thing.
You literally make it and put it on the pan and then broil it and then take it out and put the other cracker on top.
But do the marshmallows get like brown and like bubbly?
Golden. Yeah.
All right.
Takes the fun out of it.
It does take the fun out of it.
On the fire.
All right. I'm going to try it. It is National S'mores Day.
You do have to watch it. I do like anything when you broil it, you have to keep an eye on it.
All right. I'm going to burn it for sure. I'm going to 100% burn
Your
it.
house is going to smell like burnt marshmallows. I do have to say, though, I love a burnt marshmallow.
Oh, me too.
I'm like such a weirdo.
No, I'd light them on fire
Yes.
and then blow them out. Yes.
Yes. So good.
How about you guys? Burned or
Just like golden brown.
golden brown? I mean, golden brown is ideal if you have the patience
If you can
for
master
that.
it. Yeah.
I'm like, just light it on fire, torch it up.
Exactly.
And then squish it. So Sharon, we agree on that.
See?
Yay.
Aw. Happy S'mores Day.
Aw, okay. It's also a National Prosecco Day,
Yes. But you know what? Prosecco is only made in Italy.
as we know now, because
As we
we're
know.
wine experts.
Yes. So Sparkling Pointe sent us their Sparkling Pointe.
Let's pop it.
It's what is it? A Cuvée
Ooh.
Carnaval Rosé. I love it.
All right, we've got it all queued up so you can hear it
All right.
pop.
Okay.
You gotta just
Well-
take the here.
Here's.
You have your beautiful nails.
Okay.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna screw it up.
I have a history of bursting wine bottles all over the place. Ooh.
Woo! There it is.
There it goes.
Just
See?
like that.
Just like that. See? I told you I was going to do that. Oh, yeah. So Chris is going to get us some paper towels. Okay. That's never a dull moment here on the tea. We just had to stop and literally clean up the entire table. Because for some reason, these days, every time I pop champagne, it spews out like I'm P. Diddy or something. I don't know what's going on.
Like you're 50 Cent.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I'm like, okay. So cheers. Well, if you got to tune into YouTube to see that because
Just
that was
watch it.
that was
That was-
classic. And now my entire office smells like that. But I'm so excited, Sharon, because our new office space and
Yes.
podcast studio is coming together.
It is. It's so exciting. This construction this week has been super loud.
Yeah. They're literally cutting holes in our wall.
They're
and just
literally like
drilling.
knocking walls down and like cutting the metal studs. You know, it's crazy. But next door, our suite is looking amazing. And we did a little walkthrough, you and I, the other day. And I'm super excited to see what the studio is going to look like.
I know. I was saying, we were talking to the team earlier because I'm now into it. You were showing me like, I think we're going to do it this way. And I'm like, I need to see. I'm a visual person.
Yeah.
I can't walk
And
into.
Chris like created this whole little, what would you call that? Like a mock. Like he created what the studio would look like and texted it to us.
Oh.
Remember last time when we were at your house, we were talking about it, and he texted it to us with the neon sign. Remember?
I need to see it again.
Okay.
I forgot it already.
Well, it looks awesome. And then we were walking through and we were talking about it, and I'm like, I think it's, you know, after we talked about it, I think we have some really cool designs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
Release it.
I mean, we're trying to make it because we do have like more of a talk show. So we wanted to have like a talk show vibe. And we're looking at other podcasts and what they do. And I now have an entire Pinterest board dedicated to podcast studios. So we're excited. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be exciting.
I know. The hardest part is narrowing it down.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool choices. So, but Chris is so great because he knows I'm a visual person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
And
he's now he'll create it exactly
right.
what.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I'm thinking like this chair, whatever. He goes, here's what we'll do. We'll move this chair over there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it in you can see it in the room. Mm-hmm. We'll have a good spatial thing to see. I'm like, this is why we love you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
That's why you're a rock star.
I'm like, this is why you get me.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
he knows we need to see it.
It's so funny.
So I'm excited about that.
I am so excited. I can't wait till it's over. All this
Yeah, you
construction.
have been.
It's
You've
just-
been in the thick of it.
It's like, you know, everybody's so amazingly helpful. And, you know, when you're talking to our landlords, they're super, like, Jeff, he's a hot tea.
Yeah.
He's so awesome. But it's just like, I am such a person there. I'm like, that's only going to take 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And everybody else is like,
Yeah,
really? 2
Yeah.
weeks?
we're
To
both
knock
like that.
down
We're
walls?
both like, what? Like it's hard.
Right. I can do it.
Get it done. Why is this hard?
But no, the crew's amazing. They're so good.
They're doing a great job, and they're knocking it out fast.
Yeah, they are.
But you've been in the thick of it. You've
Yeah.
been like dealing with the carpet installation and the paint and all
Yeah,
this. So
yeah.
I know. And I'm like, Sharon, are we done yet?
When is it-
that door
when
up
is it
or
over?
what? What's going on? Like when are we? She's, getting all the wiring and installation. So it's really cool though, and it really is coming together.
It's coming together. I can actually see it's almost done next door.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So we're very excited to have our new space, our new podcast studio, and we're going to be making a lot of announcements related to our podcast as well as future podcasts and additional content we're going to be producing. It's going to be super cool.
I know.
Speaking of things that were supposed to be super cool, we're supposed to go to the Ducks game tonight.
I know.
It's Discover Long Island night at the Ducks game.
Yep.
Nope, big storm coming in.
rained
We're on
out.
storm watch.
And we were talking about it before. Like I told my kids that we were going and everything. Evie comes running in this morning after she wakes up, crawls out of bed. She's like, "Mom, it's Duck Day!" Like she was so excited. So now I got to go break her little heart.
I know. And Alyssa's kids were so excited, and we had Mark of Elegance like. What did he say? He had the scouts all ready for him
He's
to
like,
throw
"I
out the first pitch.
Oh my gosh, I was dying when I was talking to him. He's so funny. He's like, "Yeah, I had scouts waiting for me." What are you talking about?
I mean, I'm like ready in my like
DLI gear.
Yes,
Yeah.
to go out to the ball game. But we have a new date, September 22nd.
Yes.
So mark your calendars, hot teas, and come out and see us because that's when we'll be doing the first pitch and the t-shirts and all the fun
Yes.
stuff. So, and I'm pumped about the storm.
Yeah.
It's not winter, but it is a really cool storm. I get to go home.
Yeah.
Although I told Tegan because it's supposed to be really stormy
Like
out
the
in
rip
Montauk.
current and everything.
Yeah, I was like, be careful.
I know. Do you keep getting those notifications about the rip currents? Like, it's
No.
scary. I'm like, don't even go near the water, especially
Yeah.
that and all the sharks.
Yes.
So crazy. This is typical, though. I mean,
I feel like
every year.
now that I'm like a real Long Islander, I've been
Yeah.
here long enough. I'm like, come on.
yeah, exactly.
Every summer we get the sharks. Who cares? It's fine.
Oh, that is so funny. I just saw what we're going to be talking about later with the National Days. National Filet Mignon Day,
Is it really when?
August 13th.
I love
Same
filet.
day as Prosecco Day.
Yeah, we talked about that.
What's
Same-
it?
same day.
Same day as
Oh, it's the
Prosecco Day.
same day
Speaking
as
of, let me give you
Prosecco Day.
some.
I was like, we said that. Remember, I spilled it all over the table.
That just happened.
I was like,
So the notes on the Cuvée Carnaval Rosé.
yeah. Sure. Let's
It's character. Sorry, my notes are a little wet. but it's characterized by its delicate pink color, a blend of maraschino cherry, raspberry, and pomegranate. That's delicious. Delicate bubbles, fresh acidity, ripe fruit flavors with a touch of cream, highlights of strawberry shortcake.
Ooh,
That's good.
and it's pink.
And it's very pink.
It's
like
pink.
Barbie.
It's cute. Yeah, like
So
Barbie.
cute.
Did you see it yet?
No, I'm going. I was going to go tomorrow night. I have plans.
Please go. You've
I'm
got
going.
to.
I'm going to take my nieces.
Text me after.
I will.
It's so good. Have you seen Barbie, Mia? Have you seen? Yes. Did you love it?
Adorable and has such a sweet message.
I know the message is so good. So Mia is sitting in. She was our intern this summer, and it's her last day.
I know.
We
And
feel
she's so cute. She comes in with a big fruit platter this morning. She's like,
I know.
this is for everyone.
I ate it. That was my
too.
lunch.
Me too.
I was like, thanks, Mia.
Oh, it was so cute.
Mia is a public relations student.
Yes.
And what university? Stony Brook, of course.
Yeah.
And she already has an internship lined up with Christine Nicholas,
I
which is
know,
like
incredible.
the big tourism agency in the city. So she's got like a big time gig after this. But she was so sweet. We were talking earlier, and she was like, "I learned so much during the summer at this opportunity, and it really solidified that I want to do PR, and now I'm going
awesome.
into it." And she's like, "Nothing I could have ever gotten out of class."
Right.
So
Getting the
sweet.
experience
We-
is
yeah.
so important.
Yeah, and so she's sitting in with us.
So
but
cute.
so you got to go see Barbie.
I know. I can't wait.
Did you see
No,
it?
I want to.
Alyssa.
I need to. I know. I was supposed to go Tuesday. and then
You've
I
got to
didn't.
take Isla. It's so cute.
know.
It's so good. I highly recommend. All right, so we're drinking pink Cuvée from Sparkling Pointe. Thank you again, Sparkling Pointe, for being our taste of Long Island. Also, I have another taste of Long Island. If you're watching on YouTube, you're probably like, what is this? So cute. When I came back to my office, there was this adorable note on my desk and this bag of peaches, fresh peaches, from our bestie at the Sexy Salad.
Our favorite place.
I love the Sexy Salad.
We love a good chopped salad.
Oh, it's the best sexy salad. Oh my God, it's so good. It's also fresh. And John is the owner, and he's also currently the vendor at the Planting Fields.
Yes.
So if you go to the Planting Fields, which is an amazing arboretum,
Yeah.
walk this giant gardens, all of this amazing like historic mansions, you can get the sexy salad there.
So good.
But out of the blue, on my desk, these
so
peaches,
cute.
and it was like, Kristen, I was out to the orchard yesterday, and I wanted to share some of my joy.
He's so cute.
He's like, this family has been growing these peaches since 1900. Enjoy, John, just out of the blue.
Out of the blue bag of peaches.
And it's gorgeous. So it's Richters Orchard in Northport. And you can go, and I get these incredible fresh peaches, which I'm like, they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
They're like literally perfect. And I'm going to totally devour those too.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if they're at your, it looked familiar, at your...
Oh, at my farmer's market?
Yeah.
I don't think so. They have different vendors there all the time, though. So maybe at the Setauket Farmers Market. No, it's funny because it's like winding. That's the only thing about winter is like the farmers market's winding down. I'm like, oh,
I know.
every Friday. I don't know what I'm gonna do without that farmers market. I go get my little baguettes from Duck Bakery, Blue Duck Bakery, and it's so amazing.
And you get your sauce from...
I know, but it is almost fall. And fall is harvest season. We get to go pick everything.
Yeah, there's so many you pick.
Yeah.
Pick your own stuff.
Yeah.
We're coming out with a blog for it.
Yes, and right now you can still go to, and you don't have to go to all the way to the North Fork or the East End.
This is in Northport.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
it's
these little
amazing.
cute farms are all across.
I
Long
have
Island.
a ton down by me too, in Bayshore and Brightwaters. So cute.
I meant to tell you also when I was in Arizona, I got an email from our friend Cindy, Fathom Hotel.
Oh, okay.
And she was like talking about our newsletter and the Northport Hotel. And she was asking like where we got a certain stat from it. And I'm like, oh, I'll tell you the study. She thought it was fascinating. And then she's like, also, we're closing our hotel for one night so we can go stay at that hotel.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And she's like, we're totally influenced by what you guys do and say.
Cindy, that's
and I was
awesome.
like, you've got to go to Delvino or Arlo Kitchen. And she's like, we're going. She's like, Delvino's on our list.
Amazing.
And I'm like,
Good.
I'm like, you're going to Northport. It's awesome. So I love that, our hot teas, even our hotel partners like close their hotel to go and support and check out another new hotel, which is the Northport Inn, which is amazing.
You just went to the ribbon cutting and the press tour. It's
so
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful. And they're going to have an Italian steakhouse. I don't know if it's going to be ready by the 13th, but you can have some filet mignon there.
I love it.
And it's right across from the Ingham Theater.
Yeah.
And it's walkable. It's like right in the middle of downtown
That's
Northport.
awesome.
So cute. Anyway, so I thought that was so sweet of Cindy.
Yeah, that is so
I
good.
love that they're supporting other properties.
I love that she's listening to us. Like,
and she listens.
So cute.
Still, love her. And she's like, still being influenced. She goes, you guys are out and about. You're everywhere. Keep up the good work.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
love it.
She's so positive and sweet. I love it. So, what else we were talking about? There's so much Long Island life. Did you know it's a Splish Splash Hero Appreciation Week this week?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So police, firefighters, first responders, military, and nurses, you can get discounted tickets for you and up to 5 guests until Friday, August 18th.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I love that they do that.
I know. That is so awesome. My nieces work there. They're all lifeguards there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Splish Splash is so epic.
So cool.
All right. That's a good part of summer, too, that it's not yet winter. But I'm like, I'm ready. I don't know. Any new news about the Gilgo Beach serial killer?
Alleged?
Thank you.
Yes. We have it here that he was ordered by a judge to submit a cheek swab for DNA analysis, and he originally had opposed that, providing the sample.
Yeah, he's refusing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that one of my favorite, Nancy Grace, is going to be...
She's my favorite too.
I love her.
I love her.
She is going to be doing the Gilgo Long Island Murder Special.
I love it.
And I think it's going to be on Discovery
There's
Plus.
nobody better.
Come on.
Maybe Greta Van Susteren. I don't know.
No. When it comes to like stuff like this, Nancy Grace, the queen.
That's
Love her.
so awesome. I'm so excited about that.
I love her. Do you ever listen to her podcast?
No, I didn't know. No.
Oh, girl. And she's got a podcast, and she's every now and then she'll have just like snippets, but every single day, like she does stuff. And she's so iconic because she's like introducing the lead detective or this reporter from someone. Tell me what you found out. And they'll be like, well, Nancy, we found out that she's like, I can't believe you're saying that. Stop it right there. I'm going to cut you off. You didn't. She's like
so
fully
funny.
yells
You
at
met her,
guests.
right?
Yeah, I met her. It was one of my very first New York City trips.
Right.
When I didn't live here, and you would get so excited. You go to New York City maybe once a year, and you went to all the fancy places. It wasn't Tao. It was a famous restaurant, and we're there. Nancy Grace is walking by. Mm-hmm. And it was right after I just read an article about her in Phoenix Magazine, and she had billboards. She was on CNN back then.
Yeah.
She had her big show. She was a big star back then.
Yeah.
And so she was walking by, and I'm like, oh, it's Nancy Grace to my table mates. And she heard me. And she stopped, and she turned around, and she goes, hi, I'm Nancy Grace. And she came over and like shook our hands.
That's amazing.
Listen, that's how you know that person, she's a good person.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love her. And she has no nonsense.
She has no nonsense. I love that.
Listen, if something happens horrifically like this, and you need an advocate in your corner, I'm calling Nancy Grace.
Yeah, she's gonna be amazing
gonna get to
at
the
this.
bottom of it.
She's gonna find out. I'm telling you.
She's scary. She's gonna find out. She's not gonna let that go. She's like a dog with a bone.
Exactly.
And so she's doing the special. This
I'm
is gonna be
about that.
I don't know, on Discovery Plus. I think I saw it, and I was
Really? Discovery Plus? I don't have that.
I know. It's being produced by someone big. I read about it. You can Google it and find out. But I was like, get to the bottom of it, Nancy. She's on it. So now we can all relax. Speaking of, Murders in the Building is back out for season 3.
That's awesome.
And you haven't watched that yet, have you?
No.
And it's about a podcast about a murder in the building. It's Selena Gomez.
And the cast is on. It's like
it's Steve Martin. And it's Martin Short.
Yep.
Apparently, this season is supposed to be really great because they get famous, their podcast gets famous, and then season 3 they're on Broadway.
Oh my god,
it's them on Broadway, which is going to be so hilarious. I mean, what an all-star cast!
Oh my gosh,
I know.
Did you start listening to that podcast with Sean Hayes and Jason Bateman?
Smartless.
Yeah,
I've listened to it.
Have you seen their HBO show?
No.
So it's about their podcast, and they're so funny. But Sean Hayes has got a Broadway show now. Goodnight, Oscar.
Oh, okay.
It's ending soon, but I heard it's incredible.
Do you know? I was just telling the girls and Thomas, like I have been to one Broadway show since I've lived here in 8 years. Is that so? No, I guess that's not true. Thomas has taken me to a couple of shows on Broadway for my birthday, but I mean, like, I haven't taken the girls. Like, we went and saw like Sarah Jessica Parker, like the Plaza Suite. We haven't gone to see like, The Lion King or Aladdin
Oz
or
There's a Britney one now.
I want to see it. Oh my
on
God.
Britney music.
Oh no, it's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And Back to the Future.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I mean, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When we were at IPW International Travel Show, there it's always like the lunch is
Sponsored by Broadway.
And they come and do a little sample of the shows. It was amazing. I was literally videotaping the Britney one, texting Kenzie
that's so cool.
We gotta go. I know.
Oh, fun.
No, I just feel like God, we take it for granted. It's right here.
I know.
And I'm like, I gotta go see Starry Night.
Right. Oh, yeah.
MoMA.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot to do. We're busy, okay? We're busy here
You
on
see,
Long
like,
Island.
I say Broadway is like a winter thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
That I go like during the winter.
Yeah, when the crowds aren't there and
Yeah.
stuff.
And it's and it's nice. You can go have dinner.
It's something to do, yeah.
It's something to do.
I know. I need to do that more. I've got to go to the city more. I've got to go to Long Island, get out and about.
Yeah.
Like to all these places that we talk about.
We talk about all the time.
And I'm like, nah, let's stay home.
Nah. I like my fireplace.
You want to hear some really exciting Long Island life? Mm-hmm. Alyssa was trying to tease this earlier, and I'm like, Alyssa, wait for the pod, okay?
Yes.
My good friend, my bestie, Robin Wilson.
Yes.
He doesn't know he's my bestie.
He does, I think.
No, he's a very distant, colleague.
Listen, you text.
To me, we do text. He's my best
He's your
friend.
bestie.
He's my best friend. Robin Wilson, if you don't know, is the lead singer of my favorite band, the Jim Blossoms. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because even when we were in Arizona State, because they are a band from Tempe, Arizona, they're an Arizona State band. When I was in college, they were they're famous, most famous.
Yeah, you probably saw them underground. Like
I saw them everywhere.
Yeah.
They played. I saw them every week, every Sunday at the local ASU bar. They used to play at like the sororities when they were up and coming.
That's awesome.
But no, I saw them everywhere. They were amazing. And so I took Kenzie on a little. I'm like, there's Mrs. Rita's house. Here's Allison Road. All of their songs are named about these places. And he is originally a Long Islander. He's a Long Islander.
Right.
Although his band is from Tempe. But what a hilarious connection that is. He is being inducted into the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame on August 25th.
I love it.
And guess who's going?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
I was like,
VIP.
immediately.
VIP.
I was like, Ernie.
Yeah.
Ernie, 911.
911.
I was like,
SOS.
the Jim Blossoms are coming to the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame. I'm so excited. He's going to have a performance there on August 25th.
Awesome.
And there are still some tickets available, and there's only 80 tickets total.
Wow.
So if you want to go and see Robin be inducted to the Hall of Fame, you can go to the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame and still get tickets while they last.
So cool.
They're not going to last long.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, it's only 80 total. And I took 2.
Yeah.
I got 2.
You're like, I already
like,
claimed to. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't even need to be. It's all VIP because there's only 80 tickets. And then he's also going to be at the Paramount on September 12th.
Right.
Which we're also getting tickets for,
Yeah.
obviously. And because we love the Paramount all the time, and the Jim Blossoms are going to be there on the 12th, which is awesome. So then I was like, I texted my good friend Robin, and I'm like, hey, I'm so excited for all of this recognition that you're getting, so well deserved. I'll definitely be there at the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame induction, and also we're getting tickets to come to see you on the 12th. I'd love to, have you on the pod to talk about all this stuff. And he's like, immediately text me back, absolutely. I'm coming on the pod.
Yes, told you.
And I was like, what day are you going to be out here? You're going to be here early. We're in Hop Hog. You can come to our studio. And he's like, I'm back in New York next week. And he goes, why don't you and Sharon come to my studio in Valley Stream and record for my music studio? I'm like,
yes.
Just as the Jim Blossoms do.
I can't wait.
We're just going to go to the Long Island Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Music Hall of Fame.
Music studio and record our pod.
Hang out. We're just going to hang out with Robin.
I can't wait.
I know, me too. I was like,
I know.
So
I'm so excited.
So,
you were like super giddy when you were telling me. You're like, I was going to save this for the pod, but I need to tell you right now.
Can't save it. And then Alyssa was like, did you know? I'm like, did I know? Just listen to the podcast. Just wait for it. We're all going to go to their studio.
I can't wait. That's so awesome.
I am so pumped. What to know? He's coming back to New York next week, so we're going to get some dates down. So we'll just make sure you're following our social, and we'll be putting it all over social, right? When we're going to be there. But what a great guy.
What a great guy. Exactly. Like even when you met him, like really met him on the casino floor, just hanging out. drinking beers or whatever.
After his Atlantic City show.
That's so cool.
We're like, Robin, what's up? Go Devils. He's like, go Devils. Yeah, let's hang out. We're friends.
Oh, I love it. That's so cool.
Great, incredible band too. And I've seen a lot of 90s bands recently. I saw, I won't say who they were, but we've seen a lot of them recently at like the conferences and stuff. Let me tell you, not everybody keeps it tight like the Gym Blossoms.
Exactly.
They still play exactly. They sound exactly like they did. I mean, I think they've never really gotten out of practice.
Right.
They're so good as a band.
Because they still perform. They still go and still have concerts. Like, I think the ones that you're referencing, like, really don't have concerts anymore.
Some of them, and I'm like so excited to see them. And you're like, oof.
That's rough.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, I know that feeling.
You're like, I'm old. And a couple of them, I'm like,
or they're old. You know what I mean?
We're all old.
Well,
but,
I think it's
when you see them old, that's when you realize that you're also
and
old.
They can't perform, literally.
They look different, and I was like, remember when that guy used to be a heartthrob?
Right?
Rough.
Wow.
And we're all going home to our husbands like, thank you, honey, thank you, because that dodged a bullet. You know what I mean?
I dodged a bullet by not hooking up with that guy.
Yeah, literally. But like Robin and the Gym Blossoms, they all are like super fit, and they're amazing. They're still touring and traveling.
Awesome.
So we're
Speaking
very
of
excited.
super fit and so cute is John Cusack.
Okay.
I love John Cusack. I don't know if you love him as much as I do. Speaking of 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. He's coming to do a movie screening tour at the Patchogue Theater.
Oh, cool.
Which I'm so excited. So he's going to talk about High Fidelity, Better Off Dead, Grosse Pointe Blank, 16 Candles. And you know what's so funny? I told my nieces the other day, I'm like, watch 16 Candles, because my one niece just had her Sweet 16 last weekend, and they didn't get it.
They didn't get it?
No.
What?
I know.
You know why? Because 16-year-olds these days can't fathom the fact that their parents forgot their 16th birthday. Like Gen Xers. Their parents forgot it was her birthday.
I know.
Now, everyone's lives revolve around the 16-year-old's birthday. And it's like a giant Long Island, huge court and party.
Yeah.
And it's like, what can we do for you? No, back in our day, they were like, totally forgot.
Yeah.
That it was your 16th birthday.
I know. It's so funny. But
you know what I mean? No one cared.
They did not, like, I'm
they
like.
can't fathom that.
I love
But,
John
my
Cusack.
favorite John Cusack movie.
Say anything?
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Really? Really?
Sharon, have you seen it?
Yes.
It is so perfect. Speaking of going back in time and like capturing the 90s, or maybe I guess even the 80s, so hilarious when they're on the ski slopes all in their neon. It is the best.
But Say Anything?
Say Anything is the best. Say Anything is obviously
that whole
the best.
soundtrack,
No.
amazing.
Say Anything is the best John Cusack movie, but Hot Tub Time Machine, close second.
Close second.
Oh, he thinks Better Off Dead. Where's my $2?
Yeah. Oh, my $2.
Chris says Better Off Dead. What's your favorite John Cusack movie?
Also say anything.
Say Anything.
Yeah.
Classic with
Yeah,
the
the
blonde.
radio.
Mia, have you seen any of these movies?
No,
Okay.
she's way too young for
No,
this.
you're not too young. You're not too young. I've forced my kids to watch Say Anything, and they loved it recently. They loved it. And they also love Hot Tub Time Machine. It is hilarious.
That is funny. What was the one that was like a scary movie that he was in?
I don't know.
It was like 1708 or something, like that hotel room.
Oh,
with
God.
was Sam L. Jackson in it? Yep.
No,
That was
no.
it was scary.
Where do we end right now? Are we done with Long Island Life, or do you have some? And we were kind of talking about Long Island Life, but we're morphing.
We're
into
morphing
celebrity.
everything in.
I have some really important celebrity.
Oh, okay.
I have to be careful about this because Thomas listens to the podcast.
But does he really?
He's.
I feel like your mother-in-law forced him to do it.
Yeah, he gets guilted.
He gets
guilted
guilted.
into it, but he does eventually listen. It'll be 6 months from now, but he'll catch up on it.
Yeah, and then he'll call and
he'll
you'll be like, "What are you talking
and
about?"
I've forgotten by then everything I've said online, and then he's remembering. So you know how everybody has your like top 5 celebrities of all time.
Okay.
Someone who has consistently been in my top 2
Okay.
forever. Recently divorced.
Who's it?
Recently getting divorced. Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada,
Yes.
is getting a divorce. It's throwing my life into a spiral
Yes.
right now. I am dead.
Are you really? I remember you before you, let's set this.
Yeah.
Before you even met
Before
Thomas.
I knew Sharon before I even met Thomas. So this is when I was single.
She was looking up pictures.
More, you know what I was looking up? The fact I was looking up his wife.
Yes.
Because people tell me that she looks like me.
Right. Exactly.
And I'm like, so you're saying there's a chance.
so there's still a chance.
And he's single. I couldn't believe it. So Kenzie and I were sitting separately on the plane on the way to Arizona, and I get this news. Right, because I was in first class. Oh, I got to tell you about that too. So I'm in first, and I texted her. I'm like, oh my God, did you see Justin Trudeau is getting a divorce? And she's like, oh, I meant to tell you that. I'm like, oh, girl.
I'm sorry.
When did you find this out?
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, yesterday. She's like, I meant to tell you. I'm like, yesterday?
Kenzie.
What do you say? No, it's fine. I'm happily married, and I wish him I'm sure he'll
wish him the very best.
I'm sure he'll level up with a 20-year-old.
I'm sure. Did you see that Tom Brady went to Africa with his kids?
Okay.
Did you? No. I follow him on social.
Oh, okay.
He's my top 2.
Well, no, just because you really respect his athleticism.
Yes, 100%.
In sport.
So no, he went to Africa with his children, and like everybody's making a big deal that Giselle commented on it. Like, calm down. Like, she's allowed to be like supportive or whatever.
They're so good.
Yeah,
they're like really mature about it. I love them. No, he is great, Tom Brady. But it'll be interesting to see who he ends up with, and same with Justin Trudeau. It'll be interesting to see. He'll end up with some famous.
Oh yeah.
Person.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Okay, so speaking of the flight, or the other thing, this is kind of some anxiety I was going to tell you. Did you hear this story about this American Airlines? I'm just thinking about this because I just flew. This American Airlines pilot who apparently got on the microphone and like ranted. He went on a whole rant to the entire plane, and it's now viral, where he called he said, you people should treat people the way you want to be treated, but I have to say it every single day because everybody's selfish and rude, and we're not going to have it. And he like went on a tirade.
What was his problem?
I think he's just over it. He was like, this is what it says, the quote, the social experiment of listening to videos on speaker mode and talking on cell phones in speaker mode, that is over and done in this country. Nobody wants to hear your video. He like went on a full crazy tirade and told everyone how rude they are.
Good for him.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, but then I was almost that person.
Yeah, you were watching videos. You didn't have AirPods?
No. You want to hear? I was almost that. Have you seen the viral of the girl that's like freaking out and yelling at everyone and
she saw a lizard
stomping
person?
off the plane? What?
She saw the amphibian?
Yeah,
person?
she saw something that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
And she was like stomping off the plane. That was almost me.
Uh-oh.
So, real quick, I'm getting on the plane to go to Arizona from JFK. I had the luxury of being in the very first row, right? Okay. But I was boarding with Kenzie, and Kenzie was in Comfort Plus, so don't cry for her, okay? She was upgraded to Comfort Plus. She's fine. And we had a zillion bags. We checked 5 bags, so we had one like carry-on because we're moving her in. So she had a carry-on, and I was like, I'll put your carry-on above mine because it's first class, and so there's like usually more than enough room.
Yeah.
So, but I was the last person in the first class to board because I was waiting with Kenzie in Comfort Plus. So I get on. And I'm in the front row, and you know you can never have anything in the front row anyway. Right. You have to you can't put it under your seat.
Yeah.
So I had a little backpack, and then Kenzie was with me. And
I don't know. I've never flown first class.
Sorry. Well, if it's in the front row, you put stuff under your seat. You have to put it up. Anyway, so Kenzie's with me, and I boarded, but it was just first class boarded for the most part. Comfort Plus was just starting to board, but I was the last one. The first 2 bins were closed already.
Right.
All the other ones were open. And I'm like, usually when they're closed, that means they're full. So just to confirm, I asked the flight attendant, I'm sorry, are these first 2 bins full already? Right. Because first of all, I'm like, also first class.
Right.
And my seat's empty right there. So the bin above my seat should not be closed or full.
Right.
There's no reason.
Right.
But whatever. I double check. I'm like, is it full already? And she's like, she looks at them and she goes, yeah, the closed means they're full. I'm like, well, that's kind of annoying, you know? And then the second 2 were crammed. Those were open, but they were full. So I was like, Kenzie, just take the roller bag and put it above your chair. And she's like, okay, no problem. So then I get in my seat and I have my backpack, and I have to, you have to take everything out because you have to put your backpack. You have to put anything up, even your purse.
Right.
So I put everything in my little front pocket, my speakers or my headphones and my water. And then I'm waiting because they're full. Right. And so I was thinking the flight attendant, she'll take it for me, like put it in the closet or something because they're full. So the flight attendant comes over and she's like, ma'am, your bag needs to go up top. And I'm like, no, I know, but they're full and I don't know where there's space. And she's like, well, it just needs to go up top. And I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking it weighs like half a pound. Right. Whatever.
Right.
And so she comes back and it's still there. Because I'm like on the inside and the guy next to me sleeping. And so I was like, she comes back and she goes, ma'am, again, before we leave, it needs to be up. And I'm like, no, I'm fully supportive of that. I'm aware of that. I don't know where to put it.
Right.
And she does like this whole like, it needs to go up top, end of story. And I'm like, listen, I was like blackout rage, right? So annoyed. Like,
End of story.
End of story. I'm like, that's not the end of the story.
No.
Turns out, because can anyone, like, can you help me find a space for it?
Right.
Can you participate in this process? So I'm like, oh, all right, I guess I'm then I'm like that person. I'm literally that woman. I'm like, oh, okay, allow me to stand up and search the entire plane to find a spot, because my row was full the second I boarded. I was like the 5th person to board.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening. So I get up and I go to open the bin that was full.
And she's yelling at you?
One laptop. There's one laptop case up there, completely empty. I'm like, the level.
Yes.
Because first of all, everyone in first class heard all of this going on.
Right.
Not a single person from the time I boarded said, oh, you know
That's
what?
fine.
You should check it. I don't think it's full. Like the guy next to me whose laptop was in there and knows that nothing else was
He's
in
already
there.
sleeping.
Yeah, he's sleeping with his AirPods in.
Oh, my
But I was
God.
like, that's helpful information. So why did you not tell me? Why didn't you just touch the button
Right.
and double check before telling me it was full?
Right.
Yeah, it's full. You don't know. Did you close it? I was
Enraged.
I couldn't believe it.
No.
Couldn't believe it. So maybe, it's a little give and take on both sides.
Right. You got-
Maybe
maybe-
the passengers are rude and insane, because all you have to do is touch the bin
To
and
open
help
it.
me out
Yeah.
and put my backpack up there.
Yeah. And to be like, end of story.
End of story.
Stop
I'm
it.
like, you know what the end of this story is? The survey that I'm going to fill out as a platinum medallion member of Delta Airlines.
my God.
That's going to be the end of the story.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Not that it matters, because they're so desperate for employees.
Anybody that yeah.
Anyway, so
That's
that was
so
my
funny.
that was my anxiety. Do you have anything else for celebrity or anxiety?
No, my anxiety is school starting. I don't like it. Funny enough, so Braden, had what was it? Like, what do you call that? Moving up ceremony. Couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
5th grade. So they give you the big envelope with his diploma and everything like that. Apparently there was a summer reading assignment assigned.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So he's legit freaking out these past couple of days. Like, Mom, you got to find this packet. I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'm going to fail. He's just so like anxiety about it.
Yeah.
So I reached out to the school. I'm like, there's got to be something on their website. So I go on their website, and then it's like incoming 6th grade reading assignment. So I click it. It's completely blank. I'm like, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But like 9 pages. I'm like, what is this assignment? Like, what does he have to do? He has to read like this little short story and like comment on it, whatever. Anyway, long story short, I reached out to the school. They're going to send it to me. I'm like, thank God.
Okay. How many
God
books
for
does he have to
email.
read?
Just one like short story and do
Okay. All right, that's doable. You still have a few weeks.
Yeah, but like
Okay.
the fact that I didn't even know that existed. And
Yeah.
he came home, he's like, Mom, my friend did it. My other friend did it. Like, where is it? And I couldn't find it.
You're like, I delete.
But it was like a hard copy packet that was delivered with his diploma.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where his diploma went.
Yeah. You'll find it. It's in the basement somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
With all the school supplies. When you go to dig out the school supplies for next year and see
Yes.
what your inventory is, you'll find it.
I'll find it.
You'll find it all.
Exactly. Night before school.
Yeah. Well, back to school, tough. That's always so stressful. I know.
And he's got to be at school. Like, so he was a walker in elementary. Now he's going to middle school. And he's got to take a bus. And he starts at 7:25. So now, like,
There you go.
it's going to be
Good morning.
good morning.
I just got the bus schedule, 6:20 a.m. That is so messed up. You know who else is having to go back, which I thought was funny? Zoom employees.
No, really?
Zoom corporate headquarters
Wow.
is saying, you know what? We're not experiencing company growth
Yeah.
like we used to. We're stagnant.
Yeah.
So we need employees to come back into the office.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
how's that lazy girl job going for
Right?
you now?
Exactly. That's so true.
You're going back to the office, people.
Oh my
Even
God.
Zoom.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty ironic and hilarious. So they're starting with a hybrid
Okay.
to come back.
All
I'm
right.
like, even Zoom, they're recognizing you can't shortcut collaboration
No.
and in person and meetings and travel and all the things that we do. So, but we love being in person.
Yeah.
We love sharing with you all the ways that you can enjoy Long Island And make sure you're getting those last few weeks of summer in before you have to go back to wherever.
Soak it up.
I know. Before you have to go back to work, before your job calls you back, or before your school calls you back. So we'll be back with you next week. And in the meantime, leave us a 5-star review and make sure you tune into our social.
Tune in.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.